It's supposed to be Rain, I think.
Professional quality casting here in the grand finals of King of the Sea 15.
We'll figure this out when the loading screen finally ends. There we go.
Hey.
Right, there we go. So, green team for the first game of the grand finals of King of the Sea 15 is going to be Rain, and they're going to be running Montana, Ohio, Brisbane, Moskva, Marseille, Shimakaze, Yuyang, and Ragnar.
And Penta is running Vermont, Ohio, Brisbane, Des Moines, Moskva, Double Haragumo, Daring, and Ragnar on their own. Hey, strangers, your Shimmer is back.
Yes! My Shima!
Alright, let's have a look at some builds. I'm going to quickly toggle on the side panel thingamajiggy. No, I'm not, because it won't let me. Hang on. How do I view the builds? I want to turn the thingy on that lets me see how many torpedo kilometers. Nope, I can't see it on mine. Okay, whatever. Oh, ship equipment, there it is. The Shimmer's running 20s. Shimmer's actually running 20s.
Yo!
Yep.
It's so over. It's so over.
Oh, no.
This is why we check these things.
So, important note here.
Leg mod, 20 kilometer Shimakaze.
Wayne is running a Wader, you young, so they don't really have a dedicated smoke bot ship like you usually expect. It's actually just the Shimmer.
Fine.
While Penta is just running double Haragumo instead
The
of
leg mod.
band gearing.
The leg mod, 20 kilometer Shimmer. So, no, like, unironically, right, hear me out. The band gearing. That limits pretty much all torpedoes to 13.5 and they're deep water only. The only thing with torpedo range past 12 kilometers available was the 20 kilometer Shimmer. It's clearly a strat.
On this map, it has a level of threat. It certainly
does.
has a level of threat. Because
The
you
problem
can
is,
stand them wherever.
the problem is, like, 20 kilometer Shimmer torps reaction time. Like, the reaction time is measured in days rather than milliseconds.
Yeah, but you can throw them.
You can indeed throw them,
You can see
yes.
them right now. You can just randomly throw them. They're unlikely to catch anything, but maybe the Vermont, like, maybe they've timed the Vermont crossing.
I mean,
Timing. Look, timing of a Vermont crossing is the same as like timing a time it takes for like continental drift.
it's a brisk Vermont.
Alright, so obviously the timing is all screwed because they took brisk. Unlucky, really, isn't it? Unlucky.
No, look, that Snackman's gonna have to turn back in or slow down there. Like, that's in the right area. At least for the Brisbane Torps. Actually, no, that's not gonna be out of range. Never mind. Now come the Shimba Torps. Why would you torp that way? What the fuck do you expect to catch with those torpedoes?
Meanwhile, strangers
Brisbane,
having
it's
a
not
connection.
running hydro. I mean,
Like,
it doesn't need
okay.
hydro because these things are gonna be spotted from 2.5 kilometers away, I think.
I mean, the Daring's gonna catch the first set, which will alert them to the fact that the torpedo's incoming. Like, 3, 2, 1, those ships are now spotted, so now they know that there's something coming. So the Brisbane Guinea should be popping hydro real soon. Like, Vile should be getting aware of this real soon. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna eat my words if one of them collect any of these torpedoes.
I forgot that you couldn't press the 1, 2, 3 keys to like swap between point of views.
We don't need to do that anymore.
Well, those torpedoes are now spotted, so.
Yeah, why not getting caught by the Brisbane Raider here? So
Wait, they're not 20s. My UI lied to me.
They are 12s.
My UI lied to me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So Wayne's Brisbane popping Raider here a bit early does not catch the Haraguma here, so Kinemod can just walk into the smoke pretty safely for now. However, Wayne is sending a big force here towards the A-cap. So
Yep.
this is gonna get spicy.
Okay, with 12 kilometers of torpedoes, that torpedo launch makes actual sense.
Yeah.
The first that actually makes sense as a 12K launch.
Remind me to never trust the UI again.
A Raider coming out from
That Shimmer's
here,
caught.
catching the Shimmer deep. However,
That
you know
is
what's...
awkward.
Brisbane needs to dodge these stops though.
So does Haru.
He's gonna.
And he...
Nah, desync. He's fine. But it stopped him from shooting. It stopped him from shooting.
You say he's fine, but... Yeah, okay. He can actually dodge... Yeah, he can... I was worried about him leaving the smoke to dodge that one, but apparently he's just fine.
But
Speaking
you
of
can see it took a lot
Brisbane's
of
and dodging,
On the other
Sorry,
side, we see Wayne's Brisbane not running Hydro right now. His Hydro is already off. First set is missing though, and I think he just has a gap on the second set, so he should be okay.
Radar comes out, spots the.
I say he should be
Brisbane.
okay, but then he just accelerates and takes one anyways.
Ooh, that's unlucky.
Unlock as Ragnar's like very caught. Hexagon's like
Ragnar is-
exploding. Hexagon's dead.
He's
dead.
on.
He's dead. That play is.
However, the Brisbane has two angry Marseilles up his ass. He needs
Yeah, he's dead to this in theory. Like Brisbane is not fast,
And-
and they go for the Haragumo
Riley-
as well.
And Vi is taking quite a bit of damage as well here from the
Yeah.
double Marseille spam. However, that is a
But-
good kill. Yeah, he goes dark now, so they should be fine. And they do know that Wayne is running a heavy A flank, and they did actually collect a flank on the kill on that heavy flank as well, which is great.
Montana Salvo does literally nothing.
Well, I mean, on the other side of the turn line, looks like TWA are starting to make some progress.
It's Fenta now. Don't forget.
Shush. Shut you.
Look,
Hey.
we might have viewers that don't know the TWA tag, okay?
I know. It's not a habit. It's
Like it's been years by now that they've been going
Yeah,
under TWA.
Look,
Why-
you are officially sponsored by an esports organization. I think you want them. I think they probably want you to use their actual name, right? Right.
Last time I spoke to them, they don't get paid for it, so no.
Wader coming
Okay.
out in mid from Wayne's Moskva, catching the Penta Wagner trying to contest B.
I
Get
thought
some
the
damage on him.
Marseilles would have ran down the Brisbane, to be honest, but no.
They had to dodge tops, and
They
I mean they
didn't-
are still running it down, but they just didn't catch them.
Well, no, they didn't commit to it initially. Like they were not certain about committing that, so you can see that it. I'm gonna make the assumption that somebody said run it down, and then the Ragnar exploded, and then the two myself like, should we run this down? Is this the right choice? And you
Well,
can
here
see
comes a new Haru smoke. Brisbane and Haru are going to be farming the ever-loving crap out of the Marseille. And now, oh, he got slapped on the work tier now as well.
That was a double hit from the Vermont, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
And
damage
now
gone down as well.
Artorias. And now
And that's-
Artorias
it-
is going to be
yeah.
like,
This Marseille is taking 60 seconds fires now if everywhere, and there's no fire prevention for cruisers available, so he might just go down here. His seal is already running as well, so this is all the HP he gets. And that's already 2 fires, that's 3 fires.
we're going
I
for
think he's
Picasso.
just straight up dead.
Going down. But can they trade Snackman if the Montana Moskva and B can shots in that?
Snackman is already running a heal, so getting more HP. Marseille does go down. What is spotting Snackman? Snackman takes a big hit here, so they are gonna get that kill.
Yeah, but you're going to trade like 2 Marseilles and a Ragnar for Avamont.
Yep. Not a good one. Because Artui is almost certainly going down here in about 15 seconds as well.
Yeah, he needs to dodge these stops, and he's getting shot by
Everything.
half the map, basically.
Yeah, he's, Meanwhile,
You might
Moskva
look
on
at
Moskva
this.
violence.
The Wild Blood Legend just sits in the gap there. What is happening here?
I don't know.
Artorias
I don't know
does
where...
go down this Marseille.
Hey, Henning, you're gonna get the battleship ram real soon.
Are we?
Yeah?
Montana, Ohio.
I mean, the Montana needs to go for the ramp for sure.
Yeah. Angel knows he can take it, and it's still in their favor. Like that'll save Blood Legend. You can see, That's definitely
Yes, I would using 0 damage to the monster.
Oh,
No.
no.
No, I think that was just a UI moment or something. The click just delayed by half a second or something. The cyber just whiffs. I've been there. And gang is just going to go
Torpedoes.
down here to spam.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need the Hydro from Blood Legend, and now Blood Legend can probably collect the free B cap and maybe even radar out the Shimmer.
Meanwhile, on the 9 line, we have some problems for Point in his Des Moines, though. There's an
Yeah,
enemy
but-
Ohio coming up.
Look, Point is the peak of.
We don't talk about the copy pasta. Not yet.
Yes, we do.
Okay, then go ahead.
I'm just saying, Point is the peak of male performance, so clearly he's not going to have any issues with his Ohio.
I mean, he's trying to just dodge him. Just turns wide to go out of the way. And
Shit.
honestly, I'm pretty sure he can just do the dodging shenanigans for however long he wants to.
Shimmer's caught in the background, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the radar from Blood Legend.
Yep, Swiver just smokes up. Brisbane Raider not ready, so no counter Raider available. And meanwhile, Blood Legend himself just catches the Brisbane basically Baron here.
Marcelo going for the torpedoes on Malamu.
No, he doesn't have the angle. He's just holding the corner, just make sure he cannot actually go around it. Just turns it into the stalemate, so that Point can maybe go poke sheep. Actually, no, he can't.
Well, there goes the Shimmer.
Shimmer goes down. Brisbane Raider now coming out. He might be able to collect the daring kill here. Doesn't land a lot of shells here.
I mean, he doesn't have much HP, and he doesn't have a heal for another 20 seconds.
He also needs to worry about Blood Legend in his face, though, so that's a lot of pressure.
Brisbane has Torps, though, so Blood Legend might be in trouble there.
I mean, yes and no.
Okay,
To get them
Sturmite
off,
does
he's going to
go
have to give a
dark
lot of
and
side.
does live.
There's also going to be a Ragnar getting involved, and the Ragnar can't sit at that range. As we're about to
Blood
see.
Legend is actually reversing. Oh,
Yeah, as we see,
yeah.
Ragnar
Oh.
sits at this range.
He's going for the trade. And the trade will come.
Don't know about Chief.
Wide? He got torpedo you wide.
Well, that is a good drive-by. They get a free kill out of that. Unfortunately, it still doesn't really help their cause, because, like,
Yep.
this is happening on the 910 line here.
Yeah.
Just Marimo getting poked to death right now.
I mean, he's trying to reverse, and so is Point, so it's just a
I mean,
staring contest.
yeah. I mean, Marimo doesn't see the Des Moines, but Point does see the Ohio.
No,
the background.
Point is spotted.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
yes,
put the
yeah.
plane now.
By the spot they're playing, but the plane is just gonna die.
That's gonna die.
And the Haragumo is also just kind of chilling here.
Looks like Sheep's coming to get involved now.
He just got into Hydra range.
No, radar anyway.
That radar was a bit badly timed, but he didn't
Well-
know until they...
Well, Marcelo throwing out the drops, and I think that is gonna, yeah.
Alan,
Yeah.
you can't make that right.
There's nothing they can do.
Point somehow drifting off the island there and taking 0 tops anyway because
Take one because of the island, Deepwater Island. And that's the last.
That's it. And with that, map 1 goes to Penta.
that was certainly something.
See, I saw the idea of Wayne here, and I feel like it went down to just a big misplay there right at the start. The Wagner is being caught by on in front of Brisbane Haragumo at really short range. Like I'm not sure what the idea was there, but that was definitely a slight disconnect. Like
So-
maybe they tried to get the Wagner close to wait at the Brisbane so the Marseilles can shoot him.
So I understand the idea of the gearing ban now. They wanted to do that one-line push, yeah? They wanted to do the one-line push for the 2 Marseilles. So the gearing ban was We want to get this ban. We want to get this push rolling as fast as possible. If we ban out the gearing, the long smoke screen is not going to be there, and we can like roll after them faster. The problem is, we had a slight issue with you know, the rag dodgers getting caught out, as we said.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, from there on, the push just fell apart. They lost both Marseilles trying to push down the one line, and they got only the Vermont in return. So they lost they lost 3 ships total, got 1 kill in return. They didn't get anything 9-10 line. They tried to do a play on mid afterwards, which also just was a negative trade. But
work.
honestly, that one they kind of did that because they already lost the push, right? It was
Yeah.
kind of a desperation
That was
play
a
at that point.
desperation. See, throw something at the wall and see if it sticks. But
You
now,
never know. You never know when you get like a quad Bowser on a Moskva from 2 kilometers away.
and you just gotta take that chance. There's nothing else to
Yep.
do but to take that chance in that position.
Yep.
We're in the finals. You
Exactly.
play till the end.
Like Wayne had to do that. Unfortunately, didn't work out. The early mistakes got punished, and they got punished hard, and Panther won from there.
Yep, Rain did not have the initiative there.
I'm gonna go and download the minimap render.
Have fun. But that really does lead to the second match here, because it is Shater.
Wait, hang on. I'm not finished talking about the previous map, and neither are Wargaming. So you know, Wargaming aren't gonna be finished. Wargaming are gonna be talking about this shit for the next 3 weeks. Add files, downloads.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking let's get ahead of them, so we can be ready.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Data time.
I have a mini map playing.
Ooh.
On a serious note,
Fancy. Yes.
knowing competitive players, knowing Rain and their history on Shater, and knowing how competitive players really get once that stress level, that you can almost call it adrenaline, gets going. How is Rain going to react to now coming up to Shatter, the second map, having lost the first one?
I mean, we've always been down like one map ourselves, right? Like not only in best of fives where the first map doesn't matter too much, but like also in like best of threes where you lose the next map and you're out. But it's like you should be able to get a mental reset there. Yeah, obviously there's like some kind of feeling of anxiety and a little bit of fear coming in, but usually like after at least like 2 minutes of gameplay, it's kind of drowns out, and you just focus on the game anyways. At least that's my feeling for that.
Usually.
For Shatter specifically, I don't remember seeing that many games of Rain on Shatter. So I'm not really sure what their strats look like. And even less so for Penta. Like, Penta has played like almost no maps. They did not lose a single map yet. Like, not only did they lose no sets, they didn't lose a single map. So they played the least maps out of any team in the tournament. So we didn't really see much.
Previous cuts, we saw this map being played on the old cap layout, and it was a very glue-heavy strat that Rain were running. Penta tried to counter the glue-heavy strat by bringing a Goliath.
Was that the poison incident in mid?
No, that was against Shaft. Oh wait, no, hang on. The price. So I thought when you said the incident, I thought you meant the Moskva getting completely clapped on the way in, which was Shaft.
I was thinking about a poison going B cap, being completely dead, and then Napoli decided to just turn broadside randomly and got deleted.
That was Angel Stone and the Prison, perhaps north of B cap, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, something along those lines. I'm not sure who was that. I think it was Wayne. Like honestly, Wayne had that game, and they just threw it away with that. So I remember Wayne having really good strats on this map, and actually like getting the upper hand here over Penta in the past.
Well, I'm going to let people watch a map intro video, and then Wargaming will still be talking for 5 minutes when we come out of it, so we can have a little bit more chat afterwards.
Coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns, and only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. In this new configuration, Cap Alpha on the left is arguably the safest for destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, the cap perimeter is wide open, providing unfettered access and a multitude of ways in and out. This directly contrasts with Capture Point Bravo in the center, which is more claustrophobic and has only a handful of entrances and exits. Ships caught out here typically fall under tremendous focus fire from both map edges. On the right, control of the new Charlie Cap is likely to depend heavily on commanding the island on the western edge. Expect teams to deploy ships both south of this island and to the 9-10 line on the extreme eastern edge as they vie for dominance. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
A few years.
Aye, it's fine. You're new at this. Oh look, Stranger's an upside-down spinning helicopter. Is that an attack helicopter, or...?
Doesn't look like one.
I don't know, it kind of looks quite violent. Also hypnotizing.
Alright, sorry about that one, Chad. Turns
You
out,
spin me
not setting the
right
next
round,
map.
baby, right round, like a record, baby. No? Okay. Also, Henning's not very good at, like, being a professional. Anyway, what's the bands for Shatter?
And the bands for Shatter are Kleber from Penta and Brisbane from Wayne.
Understandable. No glue bands.
Glue bands.
Are we gonna see a Colbert?
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Colbert. I expect a Schlieffen somewhere as well, because Schlieffen kind of makes sense here, right?
I'm gonna go DM Kenny mod.
Oh no. Why would you do that? Don't spoil yourself.
Nah, I probably shouldn't DM him when he's like in the middle of fucking like.
We are holding for Wargaming once again, but we are apparently very close to going.
Aye! That doesn't sound new at all, does it?
No, it does not. But hey, maybe we are possibly like going at some point eventually. No, honestly, I think on Shatter, Wayne has the best chance of winning a game here.
What? Did Strangers die? Oh no, he's back. Or she's back.
Is he back?
Do you guys have
Does he
anything
mo-
against my upside down spinning helicopter?
Are we?
But
Do you guys have anything against my upside down spinning helicopter?
Apparently guest star does, because my source still shows a freeze frame of you.
Nice.
apparently
So I'm like,
your audio is a lot quieter than ours. Alright, well, let me just turn Strangers up then. That sounds like an
Hey.
idea. It sounds like something I'm going to regret.
We are going.
Is this the point where I
Yes.
start yelling?
No.
apparent reason?
No, it's
Don't
not.
worry, I'll try not to.
It's not that Strangers is quieter, it's just Strangers is more treble. So turn up your treble a bit. I am usually full of treble, but unfortunately the high end of my voice is gone right now. Anyway, map number 2.
Yo, there's a numbers difference here.
Yes.
Someone prepared. This is a problem.
That's an issue and a half.
Yeah.
See, the main problem here is that we don't actually know what Wayne's 9th ship is.
Yes. So we're gonna get a restart called here, but the problem is
It's a battleship. That's missing.
Rain have now seen Penta's lineup, so we can potentially. Yeah, you see the issue here.
I think the correct call. Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, TWA is probably gonna give them the restart anyways.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, of course.
yeah. But now
Of
we need to
I
figure
mean-
out.
It is definitely a battleship missing here for Wayne. I would not expect him to run a solo battleship lineup here. So it's not
No,
the
no,
end
not
of the world.
Well, can we call that a Mali moment?
I guess we do.
Anyway, back to the correct overlay scene as we back to the map next scene.
Yep. We're just gonna wait until, Malibu actually gets dragged into the battle by the training room as well.
So
I mean, to be
I
fair,
don't.
that was probably just the adjudicator pressing the battle button when Malibu wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't think Penta care that Rain have seen their lineup. To be honest with you, like, I don't
Especially
think
since
care.
they pretty much know it's a battleship missing, so there's not that many options anyways.
Yeah.
And remember, it goes both ways.
Well, it goes 8/9 of both ways.
I mean, the thing is, since no one has seen Malibu's ship pick, he could just, switch it up from what we was initially trying to play here. But,
Ref dropped and went AFK.
yeah. For a battleship pick, that's like, Both teams say they're ready, but for my training room, 3 ship people are not ready, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
You
see
know,
Angel,
Training
Anlai, Kenny, Torius.
But you remember the training rooms where, like, I was always the one that was showing as never ready with no ship, or, like, null as ship?
Yes.
Nice.
Always me being broken.
Look, we have 32 spectators in this room. Surely the training room can handle this.
Larf.
Yeah, oh, sure.
And then
And
your
for me,
camera's
if I-
fucked.
Sorry?
Your camera's fucked.
Yeah. And
Our camera has been fucked the entire
Oh, yeah,
time.
fuck itself.
Wargaming is ready.
Well, that's wonderful.
DMC says ready up now. And everyone is saying we are all ready.
Yeah,
yeah, the
we
training
are
room is
training room.
fucked.
Yeah, we got the training room bug.
Hey.
I still remember the day when I had a null ship. I think I still have the screenshot somewhere. I was literally playing a destroyer called Null.
IDS underscore ship underscore name underscore none. Right, anyway. Oh, look, we have like 9 players. Let me get back to the right scene now.
Hey, we have a game.
So, yes, green team for this game will actually be bringing 9 ships, and that 9th ship is going to be the Malin Moment having a Schlieffen. Right, so yes, green team for this game, Rain, in the grand finals, going to be running Kremlin, Schlieffen, Des Moines, Stalingrad, Marseille, Napoli, Haragumo, Gearing, and a Daring.
And Penta brings Ohio, St. Vincent, double Des Moines, Stalingrad, double Marseille, Gearing, and a Daring.
La Franche.
Fine.
Right, builds, buildity builds, builds.
Those are some interesting, restricted pool picks, by the way, from both teams.
Kremlin.
Wayne, Wayne bringing out the Napoli here. And that's,
Yeah.
is it just it?
Kremlin, Stalingrad, Napoli.
Ah, yeah, Kremlin is restricted?
Kremlin is a 2 pool limit. Stalingrad is also 2 pool limit.
Okay.
So I haven't been
that's-
seeing that many Kremlins.
Yeah, starting from Penta as well.
Oh, that's a leg mod Daring.
Oh
What does
dear.
that do again?
So the
Oh,
Legmont
dear
Daring
Lord.
gives you minus 5% instead of minus 10% concealment, but it massively increases your torpedo alpha. I've been talking to Striver about this on and off when I saw a couple of Legmont Darings not long ago, and the Darings is broken. And honestly, it's like the numbers, the torpedo damage increase is actually pretty huge.
Especially on a conga line heavy map like Shatter. Like
Yeah.
there's some potential to just outright murder someone.
Schlieffen gonna be taking slot 1 secondary mod, so he's gonna get low rolls on all of his torpedo tubes. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there.
It's fine. He only has a Vincent, gonna spam him with HE or something like that. You know,
Anyway, let's take a look at
hopefully
these
not
illusions.
nuclear HE.
Let's take a look at these initial deployments. So with the A cap, we're going to be setting a single soul kiting Napoli. Or the B cap, we're going to have a Schlieffen Daring combination with a Kremlin hovering over the other side of the B cap. And then we're going to have, over on the 910 line, we will have a Marseille, Des Moines, Gearing, Haragumo, and Stalingrad going for the rock.
And on the opposite side, we have Daring Des Moines going for the 4-5 line B contest. A single Marseille going towards the 1 line to A. Ohio also going for the 5 line. And the rest is just assembling around C with the St. Vincent, so currently south of the famous gap with this together with the Stalingrad and Gearing, Des Moines, Marseille going wide.
If this Stalingrad gets spotted on the approach here, that could be very painful with the Vincent and Ohio both hovering for shots. Stalingrad is spotted on the approach. I've seen this before and it hurt.
I think his angling is fine. Actually, the Ohio salvo might hurt.
The Ohio one with a lead? No, not that.
It kinda hurt. It was 15k.
Well, there's Angel Stone salvo as well.
It's probably not gonna do it that much, yeah.
This approach is always painful. I've seen Moskvas dying here repeatedly.
Yeah, Stalingrad is popping radar immediately here.
Ohio salvo should be
Right.
coming back in at some point as well. We see the Marseilles opening up as well. This spot hurts to get to, like a lot. There's an extra Ohio salvo.
There's also a Marseille on the white side opening up with AP to shoot the other side of the board, Stalin's board side, and he does get a lot of damage as
Yeah,
well.
one sit in there, I think.
Yep, and Vincent is just going for the gap here, just trying to block the Stalin's movements.
And, well, there's going to be the Kremlin of Dastat there behind it, so he's kind of screened, but now the Kremlin's being farmed. I mean,
Yeah,
That's you.
the Kremlin is just going to be farmed by the Des Moines here, and I'm not sure if you really want to sit in front of a Vincent and a Kremlin to begin with.
Not really, no. It's kind of painful.
But yeah, that's what we say. What we were always saying about this approach not being free if you play for it, and Penta definitely playing for quite an HP trade to actually get to that position. That's just untraded damage as well.
Yep, it's completely for free. Like,
There's a
Angels,
Kremlin back to it heading for the Des Moines, but nothing happening.
um,
Also, Umugu is playing Talk.
Umugu could be in a really awkward spot real soon, though.
He's gonna try to just duck under the smoke.
Amugus.
Yeah. He's now dark. Should be fine. He's running Hydro as well.
And
Huh.
he is in range of the Stalingrad's radar, which is coming online real soon, and the Kremlin does get a pretty heavy hit in there, and that will get called out on communications. Gang might be trying to go for an instant radar, though.
It's still 10 seconds away, so definitely enough time for him to turn out. Kilimod on the 10 line, however, is just getting farmed right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of painful.
The question is Gang gonna... He does go for the instant radar, so...
Amugu is spotted, yeah.
He will take the focus fire now.
He's only like slightly in the radar range though.
It's still free damage, and here
Yep.
comes all the shots.
Yep. Kremlin Salvo specifically could deal a lot of damage.
Which it, thankfully for Amuga, doesn't, but Rain is not going to be appreciative of that one.
Stalin did get a sit there.
Yeah.
He
That's
does
great.
go dark, Stalin flings a blind one in there, but
Not a bad blind
Last
one.
connect was one.
Rain's probably not too happy with that damage output. They definitely were wishing for more.
B cap things are happening.
They did a lot of damage though. Like both Omugu and Kilimod are dropping pretty low.
Blood Legume is going for the Napoli in combination with Striver. He's Blood Legume now because he's a nut or
This
something. I don't
this
know.
Napoli is
And
actually in a
Angel.
yikes spot. This
Ooh,
Napoli is in a very yikes spot.
very bad spot.
The Vincent has shots on him as well. The Des Moines is shooting him.
Well,
The
same.
Ohio is shooting him as well now. On his other side, there's a Marseille pushing him.
Yeah, but
he doesn't have a smoke as well.
There's a decent chance he might not die though because of the islands lining up in his favor. Angel can no longer shoot. Fast
He
and
cannot,
Motion,
he cannot D-spot. He cannot D-spot. That's his biggest problem here. He doesn't have a
No.
smoke.
But Fast and Motion, he can delay as long as he can. And Fast and Motion cannot infinitely chase that. Malibu, I think, might be looking for a nose peek, but I think he's backing up now, so he's not. And Fast and Motion is about to smack into an island, so he's gonna get away with that.
Down to 16k HP though.
I'm trying to remember what Fast Emotion's actual name is. Whoever the goes by Caligula on Discord. I know that much. It's not Cohen, it's the other one.
However, for the initial deployment, Wayne does take both the B and the C cap, so they're gonna build up a nice point advantage. And Penta's gearing on the 10 line just got caught in a radar as well. So they're gonna be caught for like very small amount of time. So probably not gonna take that much damage. But this massive blob of rain here on the 10 line is gonna continue to pressure down here.
How's the pizza theorem holding out right now, strangers?
I'd say it's actually reasonably even for both sides. Like it may be a slight advantage for PTA, but it's surprisingly decently even. Like both teams are still in this. Both teams have a chance to play for the win.
Is this what PTA stands for? Pizza Tactics Analysis. Pizza Tactic Analysis. I don't know.
I guess it now does. Is Keeney gonna collect the torpedo out of this one?
No,
I
he's
don't
fine.
think so.
Marseille is fast, even in reverse. As we all know, friendships are designed to go very quickly in reverse.
The gearing unfortunately collects one, and it was a mid-section hit as well, down to 4k HP. That's really unfortunate.
And he's now radar by
Amugu. Comes out immediately.
Yeah, I mean that's known information.
Right now, just straight up kill him.
That is
there it is. Immediately punished. My god.
Is there a counter punish here though?
And they fight the Haragumo as well, and he's on.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be. Okay, how long's he got? Another 15 seconds?
Another 15 seconds. He's gonna go to the border.
Time to turn off track selected target so people know how to aim on that stuff.
Yeah, he's not taking that much damage, so he's probably gonna get away. Radar's now off. Still taking
with 20k.
He took it with hammer fire.
Make that 15k.
More shells coming in, 14k.
Make that 12k.
Just line fire things. Actually, that's not a permafire, it's an engine in cap. Okay.
Just the
we have Kremlin on Vincent action maybe soon.
No, they've been.
Yeah, they've
been staring at it. Angel Stone's pressing W, but I think he's going for the beaching, so he's not going around.
The Schlieffen of Malibu is just dipping into CP right now, and there's Conga line.
Oh, he's been there for a while.
He has Hydro though, so it's fine.
Hydro is active, he should be fine.
10 line. So Daring rotated back over to the 1 line, and now him and the Napoli are ganging up on the Marseille together, so he's having to retreat from that. Haragumo is going to be hard spotted by the gearing right now, and there's going to be a nice little radar onto Vile's gearing, which means that the Des Moines and the Marseille are both going to be able to rain down shells upon him. And once again, we see some border surfing.
Yeah, Basti though, I think he's going down for this one. He does.
Getting caught again. That is really unfortunate. Like, Wayne can't afford to lose ships like that, because now their smokes are gone. And
yeah,
not only the smokes are gone, like the firepower advantage they had with like having an extra Haragumo there together with the gearing is also just non-existent anymore. And Vile still has a smoke available. He is currently raided, but this radar is gonna go down soon. So
he could even start putting a smoke right now and start turning around, because he should know that radar.
Oh, the Kremlin went. The Kremlin went.
Oh, the Kremlin did win.
Oh, he did.
He doesn't die actually to Angel Stone Salvo here, so now Anlai has to deal with this Kremlin up his, backside.
And
And the
that could
Kremlin
be
is
bad news for the cruisers on the turn line with the Kremlin having pushed.
Oof, Morse just got Omega chunked.
Yep, he's giving water to the Stalingrad. However, the
On fire.
Stalingrad...
Is that fire tick? The fire ticks.
Is this guy
Well-
just gonna go for the ram here?
There's no,
No,
way
I
that's
think
the
just-
ram against
like,
reverse.
you just-
And they,
just-
Wayne actually uses the Napoleon on the one line as well.
Oh no.
They were just trying to hard commit for the Marseille, but it was just not quite enough. Now the Kremlin goes for the drive-by on the Stalingrad, but he's too close.
Doesn't get the gun. The turret reverse isn't good enough.
And now I think he's just in trouble. He's not gonna kill the Stalingrad from the front. Instead, like, he's gonna have issues not dying himself here for free.
Well, he has Angel Stone at his ass now.
The Angel Stone is also coming around. Not
In the
actually shooting
meantime,
the Kremlin, he's shooting the Des Moines
gets
instead.
torpedoed. Daring goes for the rush, cleans him up.
Yes, that happens
Des Moines
somewhere.
explodes.
Yeah, Wayne's force is just exploding left, right, and center. The Des Moines goes down now to the Stalingrad salvo. And the Kremlin is just being ignored.
I mean, it's
That
not
is
only
not-
dangerous.
I mean, that's a nice prioritization of targets here. Now
Oof,
it's-
ow!
I mean, it's over now. There's nothing he can do anymore. Angel Stone going around the corner, still not aiming at the Kremlin, looking at the Stalingrad instead.
And cleans him up.
Removing him. Yeah.
There he
I mean,
goes.
Darren kills a Marseille somewhere. I don't know where.
Here's the one line. And he's about to
okay.
die himself now.
Yeah, over there
And
somewhere.
with that, this game also ends. And again, we see these individual mistakes, I feel like. Okay, granted, the Gearing kill was really unlucky. The Gearing eating a top and then instantly getting raided and just straight up dying was really unfortunate. But even then, Wayne still had a Haragumo on that flank, and they were still holding 2 caps forever. So they weren't in a horrible, unlosable spot just yet. But then the Haragumo gets caught as well and just dies.
Yeah.
And that is surprising to me.
You can feel the pressure on their team though, like I mentioned earlier before the game.
Oh, by the way, we have a nice compliment from Twitch chat. This commentary team is by far the least annoying of this COTS. Yay!
Less annoying.
We'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Alright. And with that, we go to map number 3. Unless you guys still have something else to add to Shader. Honestly,
no.
I think that map was just decided by the 10-9.
Honestly, there was some things happening. I kind of expected more to come out of the Kremlin.
That was just weird.
Like,
he just drove past everyone and no one died.
Yeah, it didn't get his turret pre-turn. Like,
it's a Kremlin.
Yeah, but you still need you need to pre-turn your turrets for such a pass.
Yeah, but it's a Kremlin. The guns are just
What are you trying to imply with that?
the guns are just magically always turned exactly where you need them to be at all times. It's a Kremlin.
Yeah, because the player is pre-turning them.
No.
One of the skills, like, the battlefield player.
Kremlin guns are basically just like Minotaur guns. They just go whip, 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 whip. Obviously, nobody can see the
his
hand
guns
gesture.
were not aimed at the right place.
They were. They just didn't have the depression. It wasn't that they weren't turned. It's that you don't have the gun depression.
On my screen, the guns were not aimed.
Yeah, that
They were pointed at his mouth.
No, you
Yes,
might
they
be
could just say
it
they
might be
didn't like-
desync. There's also like a really funny bug in the game that just the turrets are just like I had one time that I was just like open watering like in Richelieu, I think it was, next to an island, and I was just waiting for his turrets to turn to me before I just reverse and be safe. And his turret was like facing 45 degrees to the right, and then it just shot me.
I know
Yeah, I've
that
seen that
problem
one.
was a big problem with replays. Like if you left if you
No,
look
no,
at
that happened in the game. It just
Ooh,
happened in the game. Like, the toad was just not looking at me, and then his 4 shells come towards me and murder me. I'm like, hello?
nice.
Right.
It's been a long
Right.
time ago, though, so they might have fixed that.
Well, I mean, the 5-minute delay means it's coming up right now, so I'll get the backseat my own commentary.
Oh,
And-
no.
Hey, if I make a mistake, I don't, gotta own up to it, right?
Like, I can't believe a Kremlin walked past 2 ships, no one died. Like, literally no one died.
Well, everything except the Kremlin, everything except what was near the Kremlin exploded.
Yeah, and also no Panther ships exploded, there was no WAM,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, look, I don't know how the Kremlin managed to get past Angelstone alive. Being that broadside.
I mean, it's just alpha damage things, I think. Like, I'm not sure. Probably like Angelstone Salvo didn't land correctly or perfectly. Plus, you probably only get one drop off because you need to wiggle a little bit for both, and you don't see him coming immediately.
Phrasing.
Shut up. So, I mean, the Kremlin still took like 70k damage there from Angelstone on the approach, but yeah. Could have definitely died there as well. But I guess the front guns were just not enough.
I mean, even if he had killed off Anlai, at that point, it still would not have changed the outcome of anything.
Yeah.
The game was
Can it?
settled before that, unfortunately.
I mean, the biggest
Yeah.
problem was just Wayne CD on the 10 line just dying.
Yeah.
That was just what completely cost him the game.
Like,
Napoli
losing the
managed
early
to-
HP, losing the early HP and then losing the destroyers just compounded into a bad 10 line for Rain.
And again, like the ships Wayne lost on like A and B weren't really a mistake of Wayne because these ships just had to do some plays because they were losing on the 10-9. So they had to like try for something and it just didn't work out. Alright, so Warriors Path. We have new bands. We have a Des Moines band from Penta this time, leaving Kleber open. And Wayne is
Oh,
banning
sorry, okay.
Brisbane again.
Yep.
What? Sorry, I did not pay any attention to that. Literally, repeat that, please. I was looking at my mini-map render.
We have Des Moines ban from Penta and Brisbane ban from Wayne. Nice.
So what are your thoughts about the Brisbane?
On a map like this, it's an annoying ship to deal with.
Yep.
Like the smoke chains on 1 line or 10 line. 10 line seems to be the more common one, but we could be seeing some 1 line strategies at some point.
I don't think we have seen any of those right now on various paths.
I thought we were going to see that with WND, with a sneaky rotation and with the Delny or Hava. I forgot which one of the two, but no, they didn't play that as I anticipated they would with their massive DD spam.
Yeah. They kind of just played Delny as a kiting force there, but unfortunately the Delny didn't have the room to just sit in the map corner and come back, instead he just got pushed away. And if you just get pushed away, you just lose map control and get choked out.
So, Colbert? No Colbert.
See, at this point, Penta is up 2-0 in a best of 5. They only need one more map. So they could run some interesting strats, to say the least. I was like having some conversations yesterday after we streamed. Like, because I don't have access to their tactic bot anymore, unfortunately. You need to like actually participate in the tournament to get access to those. Sad.
Oh.
And they give their strats ratings.
Huh?
Why? Who does that? Who rates that?
Panthers gives their own strats ratings, like
On a scale of
No.
sus to, yeah.
Like, he ain't gonna send anything I was given.
Oh, dear.
Those are the ratings.
Oh,
We are currently giving it, yeah. We had like sad smiley face, like the worst rating. After that comes Ligma, okay. It goes up from there.
oh. Good old
And
map
apparently the-
tactics.
Yeah. And apparently they're giving the ratings like names change every cards. Like there's no copium rating this cards because it was last cards.
Right,
I
I'm gonna
mean-
go through over a map intro video, and then like you guys we'll talk about the copiumometer as we get back. Right, the copometer. The copometer is now a thing.
With more coastline than any country in the world, the nooks and crannies of the shores of northern Canada set the stage for a showdown between opposing fleets. Amidst the barren rocks and snow-capped peaks, only one team will remain unvanquished. This is Warrior's Path. Warrior's Path is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. Given how the caps are arranged and how risky entering the B cap is in the early game, the most action is commonly found along the 1, 2, and 9, 10 lines. To the west, Cap A now no longer can be safely controlled with radars from nearby islands. Teams will have to rely on smokescreens and additional fire support to gain the upper hand in the battle for this capture point. Capture Area B is a difficult and challenging place to be in the early goings of a game. While the capture point was moved to a more central position, nearby islands still provide plenty of cover for radar cruisers, making this point exceptionally challenging to capture. Off to the east, the C cap offers solid cover for cruisers along the northwestern and southwestern edges, but precious little cover inside the cap itself. The long, narrow channel to the east that connects C to B is a frequent place to see pushes occur in the mid to late game, depending on the board positions of each team. Warrior's Path has a long and storied history within the tournament, having produced many close and competitive games. It begs the question, what memorable plays and matches will result this time around? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Warrior's Path.
Back from my map video screen. Yay! Oh look, he's up. Disappearing and reappearing again. Wonderful. So, what's your thoughts on copy pastas in Twitch chat? Just in general.
Yeah.
I'll play with my
I
red
love
duck.
them, but I don't have
I
any
also
in my
love them.
chat, so I'm sad.
See, this is a thing, like,
What's happening
it's...
chat?
Yeah, like, it's this thing, like... When I'm watching an esports event, you know what I mean? Like, I like the copy pasta spam flowing. It makes me... I get a good laugh out of it. It's just like, it just feels like...
Yeah.
When there's 6,000 people in a channel, I don't expect a serious discussion about meta tactics. Like,
No.
that kind of stuff, like, that's what forums are for, Discord's for. You're not trying to have... Like, Twitch chat is...
It's a
What's what I'm
place to
looking for?
shit talk.
It's a cheering crowd at this point.
Yeah.
It's like Twitch chat isn't. It's what's the word? Ephemeral. Like it's just there and gone. You know what I mean? It's not somewhere to have a long-winded discussion during a competitive event. Sure enough, during like an actual stream when like there's a bit of back and forth interaction, sure. But once you get past a certain point of Twitch chat size, you're not expecting conversation there anymore. And it becomes more like it's fun. It reminds me of old Twitch, like old Twitch when it was just like walls and walls of just everybody spamming like raise your dongers, all that kind of stuff. It just feels like an event, which is why I'm very much looking forward to when I get to go watch the NA COTs. I'm going to prepare all of my spamming. Yes, yes.
How many like hotkeys do
But-
you have to send NA lol?
Burgers I eat all day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nearest airport, here we go.
Yeah. Walk a Texas Ranger,
Like,
Look, there's an
Oh,
entire there's an entire section on a Discord that I've got. Not my Discord, like our Discord, which is just like TLP's copy the pasta channel. And I'm gonna go dig into that. Anyway, we're all getting into game number 3, so I'll get the copy pastas going soon enough.
Is Penta gonna do the back-to-back full sweep against Wayne, or can Wayne come back here on map number 3? We're gonna have
I don't know.
Wayne
Let
on
me
the
go.
Alpha team.
So that means I got spawns reversed.
Yeah.
So Rain going to be
What is Wayne
attempting
bringing?
to. Well, they're going to be attempting to bring the reverse sweep, but unfortunately they have to get a long way before they do that. And in the first game of their potential reverse sweep, third game in this best of 5 grand final, they're going to be bringing St. Vincent, Burgoyne, Stalingrad, Minotaur, Gearing, Kleber, Yuyang, Ragnar.
And Penta is bringing Double Ohio, a Wooster of all things, Moskva, Minotaur, Harugumo, Gearing, and Double Ragnar.
2 CLs with radar. Interesting.
Yep. Remember,
Well, I'm
Des
assuming
Moines is
these are-
banned here. Yeah, Des Moines
Oh.
is banned here, so that was not available. And I guess Salem, as an alternative, not an option. for
Well,
Wayne.
Doesn't have the range.
I mean,
Brisbane
Worcester
also
doesn't have
banned?
that much more range. Brisbane.
yes, Brisbane is
Let
also
me have a
banned.
look. Yeah,
Des Moines
is
and
also
Brisbane.
banned.
So we've been reduced to the 10-kilometer radars of Minotaur and the 9-kilometer radar of Worcester, and we'll also bring the 12-kilometer radar on the Moskva. That's going to be a pool 1 pick. Double Ragnar for a pool 2 picks, and St. Vincent for a pool 1 pick as well, actually. Yeah, Stalingrad, Ragnar, St. Vincent, Moskva, Ragnar as the pool picks. Right,
The
let's
Wooster
have a
is
look at the
gonna
builds.
be a non-leg mod booster this time, instead opting for a full concealment. Like
We
the standard build you would
have
see in randoms.
Range Mod, Minotaur,
Wait, what?
Range Mod, Minotaur.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ren.
Quest interesting.
Both of them, actually, are Range Mod.
So I guess they expect to like have some funny angles or something.
Well, PTA have chosen to run the reload mod Minotaur, which is probably what most people would be considering standard, but...
Must farm damage. DPM.
I mean, funnily enough, like the 6 slot on Minotaur specifically, I don't feel like matters too much most of the time.
Clearly you should run Torpedo mod in that slot, right? Anyway, initial deployments. Over at the A cap, we're going to be sending Kleber, Yuyang, and Burgoyne for rain. B cap, we have Ragnar and Minotaur, and then C cap, we have Stalingrad, St. Vincent, Minotaur, and Gearing. And you'll notice what I just did there is I make a stupid comment, and then I cut you off by going into the lineup, so you don't have any time to correct me.
Yep, I noticed it already, and I'm just accepting it because it's fun. Penta is sending Gearing Booster alone towards the A-cap with the Ohio, going for the standard 4-5 line position we've seen so many times. Single Ragnar trying to contest B. Moskva going for the standard 6-line island. Ohio hovering somewhere south of the 7-line island push gap of Doom. And Ragnar, Harugumo, Minotaur going towards the C-cap.
Yep, so A cap already been contested and taken. That's the power of French.
Yep. Kleber just making short work of that. Penta not bringing a Kleber themselves, or any French AD for that matter. So, this is bound to happen.
I'm not sure where the action is going to be taking place here. Like A or C could both be violent. I don't expect.
The first raider is gonna come on B in a second, I'm pretty sure.
Very soon with a minnow.
Yeah,
What's
it
really
is.
gonna matter is what happens on the flanks, though. Not so much what happens on B, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll see how much damage this.
Although Wagner's trying to just stick the cap here, but I don't think he can.
It's risky.
4 seconds, 3 seconds.
No,
I
he
guess
gets
reset.
reset. He tried, and now he's gonna leave.
Yeah, he's gonna limp away. He didn't take that much damage out of it. Well, actually, he takes like 7,000.
Still got a bit more to go.
Now he's already out.
He's reversing now, but
He took like 7k, is popping a heal for the attempt to stick the cap. Like if he gets the cap, that's actually really big, so it was worth the attempt. Yeah, I don't think Penta's gonna like plan on contesting A anytime soon. I mean, it's actually interesting to see that the Booster is just positioning himself on the G2 island here. It's a normal reload mod Booster, so I'm not quite sure what he's achieving there. Wait, does he have IFHG by any chance? No, he does
No.
not.
No,
Rain Ragnar takes a big chunk.
Yep.
Yeah, he's being touched slightly by Anlai.
Yep. He's ridering right now, but he does not catch the Ragnar in the B cap right now. Yeah, he's lighting him up now, but he's just getting shot by basically everyone. Yeah, Penta's Ragnar does not see a reason to like just fight and disengage yet. Now the Minotaur's tuning in, so he is just accelerating away as well. So all I would say, pretty equalish trade. Slight advantage towards Wayne overall, HP-wise, but honestly not that much. Ohio just shooting the Minotaur. Maybe we see some funny explosions happening. Nah.
Just an overpan. Unlucky. But I definitely say that Rain got a pretty big advantage on the HP there.
Yep.
That is not insignificant.
Some residual shells causing a permafire there. Definitely getting some advantage there. Penta is slipping the C cap at least. So they got that work on him. There's some torps coming, but Hydro is active, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. So there's blind fire happening everywhere.
I mean, there's nothing else you can really do.
Apart from farming Ohio, apparently.
With a range mod minnow.
Hey.
I mean, damage is damage. It'll eventually add up if the game lasts long enough. So there's nothing.
And you might get yourself spotted and accidentally, and then just get slapped by a battleship.
All right, see over on the one line, we're gonna be seeing the Gearing Worcester have advanced forward. It's gonna be a nice little smoke screen being dropped down. Worcester's gonna now start farming the Beguine. Gearing's gonna be able to zone everything off.
They actually have really nice timing on this push as well. The Kleber is just now rotating away, and they're trying to contest A right at this moment. The Young doesn't even have radar ready right now.
I don't think the Yu Yang wants to radar because like you have Kinemod right here. Is it like, oh, I'm radared, I'm 2 kilometers away from you. You can probably pop your own radar and find the Yu Yang.
Yu Yang is still trying to like reverse into the gap.
There's no way.
He's backing off. He's backing off. Yeah, he just goes away.
Waiting for torpedoes. Look at his torpedo wheeler booster. He gets hard spotted by the Gearing. Just too late to reset.
He's radaring the Gearing actually, but yeah, Booster is opening up on him as well. So yeah, he can't stay there.
He has to leave. And he's turning around for the island though, so Ragnar might be able to poke him if he gets himself stuck there.
Yep. Radar going down now, and Penta has split the gap. Just find this timing where the Yu Yang doesn't have radar up, and the Kleber is left.
Gang gets very temporarily spotted, and Shriver is now going to try to take B with his Kimmert full HP.
There is a Kleber now on the 5-liner. I'm not sure if they know about that.
No, and he could have put down the 4-line earlier to maybe try to get an angle on...
And both the Minotaur and Ragnar have radar ready. Meanwhile, the Yu Yang did actually get caught here by the booster radar. That's a long duration radar as well.
Yeah, he's been in for a while.
Well, he chose this one. He went for the island and didn't try to leave, and now he's going to leave downwards.
He might just die here.
I think he is toast.
Nice, he's alright for now. The only thing that can shot him is Ragnar.
It's a permafire.
10 seconds radar, 25 seconds on the Damacon. He's trying to move to get some speed, but I mean, at this point, Marcello can just run around the corner and poke him. Like they must know that he got a permanent fire. Marcello's going for it. They spotted the Kleber. They know he's nowhere near, and with another 10 more seconds until Damacon to get the.
He does barely make the turn to not get spotted.
Yep.
Shriver died in the middle.
Never dies in B though.
He just got murdered basically.
Yeah, clever.
That's how they found out about the Kleber rotation. So Solly, I think, is going to go chase down this sheep, but.
Yep, that's a good kill there. He doesn't find the Yu Yang with his radar though.
No, he's going down now as well. He's never going to catch that.
So the Yuan does get away, and Wayne does get a ship advantage here. They did lose both caps for now.
Interesting. Marcello only now pops the speed boost to chase down the Yoyang.
How did Dastat get there and lose all of his health, by the way? We just talk about that briefly.
I mean, I guess he pushed. He tried to like contest Seam, noticed that he can't really stay there, and just left through the gap.
He's
It is
healing
a
though,
good
it's
position
fine.
to be in, though. It's a very central position.
Yes and no.
It is. See, the
Like-
problem is, if Fender can keep spots on him, he can get shot from a lot of different directions here. This is not really a safe position.
No, but they're also not in a safe position map control wise. They need to
Exactly.
do something, and it's a very good position for that.
Yep. It definitely applies pressure to a lot of different spots. For example, the Ohio and Mid, that's currently getting pressured hard. And apparently Angel Stone took like sits or torpedoes because his healing potential is non-existent.
Probably sits from the Vincent.
Maybe. Could have been that the Vincent just on the way to that spot, just shot him once and just got 2 sits or something like that.
The only other option was he took Yu Yang tops.
Which is unlikely because Yu Young's been not really in the area to get good angles.
No,
from that.
Yu Yang was in the air cap briefly behind the island. I think there was a nice little line he had.
Yeah, but he shouldn't, like, Angel should be aware of that angle. They know he's there. He shouldn't really be exposed to that.
So I guess Wayne's biggest problem right now is that A is completely lost currently, and there's nothing they can do to stop the gearing and booster from pushing up because they're Yu Yang. If he gets hard-footed by the gearing, he's gonna die immediately.
Yep, and
And they're going extremely aggressively against the Burgoyne here. And the Burgoyne is losing health fast.
it is, after all, Burgoyne, and he's badly angled to push that AP at the moment.
Yep. Booster is running Hydro as well, so should see these stops. Is this Burgoyne just gonna go down here? Where is he going?
He doesn't have anywhere to run.
Like, he's so deep inside the Booster's range here.
Yep, and he's going to be perma-spotted by the gearing, who's now going to go run down the Yoyang as well.
If he goes round
Yeah,
here, he has Angel Stone looking for salvos, he's got Anlai looking for salvos.
I mean, the gearing doesn't really have a reason to stop currently. He does need to worry about the Minotaur rotation from mid now, though.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an unspotted rotation. Same with Stolly might have to be concerned about that if he's going to start moving up slowly to try to push that map control.
Yep. But
And
this
if he's-
Burgoyne is now extremely killable. He decides to go mid, but now he's just facing a Moskva.
He
He
is
can get
just
dark
not-
behind this
and-
rock, right?
No, he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, the gearing can just go
Gearing
wide
will-
for now.
the gearing's going wide to perma-spot him. The Minotaur will be popping a radar real soon. Like, the Minotaur shouldn't even be waiting for Flamu. He should probably just immediately use that.
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
he
Malibu
needs to
is
get-
dark, but it's too late.
Yep,
Malibu
that's
is
the
spotted down on
perma-fire.
fire. Well, Raquel might
the
die now,
gear-
though, because he's about to get Flamu'd. There it is.
Nah, there's nothing that can shoot him, though. It's only the Minotaur.
The Minotaur. And
Like, the
he
Yuyan
angles
can't
to
open
it.
up. The Wagner is way too far away, so yeah, Marcelo should be fine.
Yeah, no, he should be fine.
And in fact, this Minotaur is now just, in the middle of nowhere, and that gives Penta info that the Minotaur is no longer contesting B. Meanwhile, in B, Wayne again trying to contest the B cap, but
Oh,
just
Matara
blind
lost
fire
that.
resetting him.
Minotaur on the 10 line just took a huge chunk, by the way. I think he took a top.
Madawa himself, who just raided, is just stuck.
Oh.
He's
He's
dead.
super on.
Torpedo.
Ah.
He's popping a heal right now, but it's a booster.
And
Oh,
a
that's
bonus.
Yeah. So another kill for Penta, just turning the chip trades right around.
And now the Kleber Hexagen is kind of caught in the middle, in the radar.
I think the most
Ohio's
beautiful
looking
thing right now is
salvos. Wish looking
Penta's
salvos.
Penta's kind of just evacuating from C as well on the 10 line. They don't need it anymore. Like, if you're in Penta's position, your worry right now is the Moskva in mid dying, and maybe the Ohio dying. However, like, if you get the Kleber kill here, I think you're just fine with trading the Moskva for that.
I mean, any ship trade at this position would be positive for PTA, though.
And the Vincent is also getting chunked hard. He's now forced to pop a seal. But, like, Penta's ships are just encasing Wayne's forces right now.
They have 0 HP left.
And then on top of that. Like 3 Wayne DDs on like 2k HP each. None of them are spotted, but there's not really anything they can do anyways. Yeah, the Wagner just gets blind fired to death.
Blinded. That's interesting. Very good shot. Stalingrad on Rain, soon to fall as well.
Yep. And there's the Vincent trying to like achieve something, and in 10 seconds this game just ends anyways, if the sun doesn't die here.
Well, in 10 seconds, then we're going to have a new King of the Sea for EU.
And
Well, I say a new King of the Sea for EU. Once again, King of the Sea EU is going to be PTA.
Gee, I wonder
Raise
why.
your hand if you're surprised. Congratulations to Penta, who will once again be your EU champions, and will not shut up about how they are going to have yellow names on the COTS Discord for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So, Henning, how does it feel to be part of a clan that has won King of the Sea for the 500th time? When are you guys going to have Drawman disband, so everyone else can start recruiting and sniping all your players, right?
Well, you need to get rid of Anlay first.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen soon, right?
No.
Like for some reason, Anlay just keeps like getting motivation for playing both competitive.
For some reason.
And as long as he exists, I don't think Penta's gonna run out of players ever.
No.
I mean, at this point, there's also just plenty of people to replace him if for some reason just like randomly combusts. Something like that.